Alright, here we go. Hello, this is CD Ultra 768, and we are back with Phoenix Wright Justice for All. And last time, we finished our final day of investigation, where, let's see, we found out that there was like a camera hidden inside a stuffed bear that Mr. Cordia received as a gift, and we started to learn about the assassin known as Shelly the Killer, who was the one who actually killed Mr. Cordia. And we've now found out that Shelly the Killer was actually hired by Matt Ungard himself, our client, and it turns out he's a scummy douchebag. And whatever was written in the suicide note by Miss Impax, who him and her were in a relationship, it turns out it would have exposed him and basically ruined his career. And that's why Cordia took it. He took it to wait for the perfect opportunity to expose him. But unfortunately, he never got to do that because he was killed. So now, this is our final trial, basically. This is the first part of it. And basically, now we're basically stalling for time until Gumshoe finds Shelly the Killer and hopefully saves Maya. And, yeah. So anyway, let's get going.
After the awards ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me.
Okay. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Power's testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal.
If one assumes that the person Mr. Ungard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy...
What are you implying?
You're so stupid, Judge. Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we?
Looks like we're in another sticky situation.
Huh?
A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just gonna have to charge in head first, right? Okay. Visit the Matt's room. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I always read the guide on the first one just to see what to do at first. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant together, correct?
Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats.
Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange?
I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, he gave the bellboy a tip.
A tip? Well, that's perfectly normal. That's a perfectly normal thing to do. So, how long did you watch the two of them?
Not more than a minute or two, I think.
Okay. 1, 2. Let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3. Because it said go back to the third statement after you do the fourth. At first, what do you mean by that?
I didn't think he was a normal bellboy.
And why was that?
Why did I think that, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know? Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated... that's why you had to go back.
I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, he gave the bellboy a tip.
I love how we flash back a few seconds. It's like, really? We just saw this. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself?
Oh, yeah, that's it. You really know your job.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he?
Perhaps we should let the witness tell us.
Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony.
You mean about the bellboy, right? Matt gave the bellboy a tip.
So we gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that?
Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pitcher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me.
How much it was?
But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked.
I'm afraid I don't follow at all. It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. I will say, it's probably the bellboy's face. What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers?
Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old gramps.
I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court.
Jesus Christ, Judge.
No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches.
A line of stitches?
Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like if that thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out.
Ah! He was there! At Engard's house! He was that butler!
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Nothing, Your Honor. So that means Engard was talking with the killer then. If that fact were to be exposed, Engard would be declared guilty in a blink. Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything. Yes, Chief.
You sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright?
What did you just say, Your Honor?
Nothing, Mr. Wright. Nothing. We're just going around and around in circles. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony.
Okay. I watched the two of them for a while. Okay, so what are we doing here? Sorry, hang on. Oh, I guess we have to ask about the tip. Okay, so that led nowhere. We have to ask about the tip now. Okay. So, Engard's tip. Here we go. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree?
Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think.
A little too much.
Would you please clarify for the court about how much you would say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess.
And why is that?
Because he gave that bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash.
A roll of cash? Oh my God, he gave the bellboy a roll of cash. I had no idea. Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it?
A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor.
The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. I'd say probably raise an objection. Objection! The defendant is a superstar! That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him.
Objection! Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting?
He's got a point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work.
So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it?
Payment, Your Honor.
Huh?
Payment?
Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. John Cordia.
Then the bellboy the witness saw.
Yes, he was the assassin.
Oh my God, the bellboy was the assassin. I had no idea. Hold your horses now, Mr. Edward. You don't have any proof of this, do you?
Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley the killer left at the scene of the crime.
Shelley, the killer?
He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the killer.
Really?
Oh shit!
What's wrong, Mr. Powers?
No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head, and I think I just figured something out.
Oh?
Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night.
What? Oh my God, he saw the bellboy again. I had no idea. Oh. Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir, right away.
The second time.
This time, I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean John Cordia's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin. I'm sure of it. I mean... Thank you very much. That is all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see.
So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious.
That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh.
This is no laughing matter. Okay. The second time. Sorry, I'm just looking at the guide. So, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. So what exactly was so out of place about him?
Right. Why the inspid grin?
Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next.
Well, the bellboy was empty-handed.
Empty-handed?
That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart, and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you?
I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers.
But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide? I'd say try a fast one. Yeah. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy.
But there really is.
There really isn't.
Objection! If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed. Ever.
I kind of do remember this from the channel Far From Subtle or Video Games Awesome. Razor from that got really pissed off, like, that doesn't make sense.
Your Honor, I asked that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one.
Edward, are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious?
I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request.
Because again, I get the idea of what we're trying to do. Edward is trying to expose the real killer right now, while we're trying to stall for time, of course.
Miss Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please.
Yes, sir. I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest room empty-handed.
Okay. Present this, apparently. Yeah. Or the crime scene photo said, apparently, huh? Mr. Powers!
Yes?
You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true.
But, isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and...
So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches?
No! Well, there's also, what about him being empty-handed?
I would like to ask the court to please take a look here.
This is the crime scene!
There's a wine glass sitting next to Miss Accordia's body. Oh yeah, I did forget the tray and the tomato juice was left there. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here. Yep. Anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Miss Accordia's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left.
Oh, but that would mean that the bellboy had seen it left a dead body in the room.
But can you prove that Miss Accordia was already dead at that time?
Oh, but Mr. Edward?
Yes?
I blame you for leading me down this route.
I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us?
Is there?
The bellboy was empty-handed, or shall I say, empty-handed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands.
Oh, yeah! I almost forgot!
Huh? What?
That bellboy, he was wearing gloves!
Gloves?
Yeah, pitch black leather ones! All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right?
Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier?
Sorry, it slipped my mind.
Boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves.
Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones.
So, a football is made of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they are made of leather? He goes from baseball to football.
No!
But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy.
It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest?
Oh yes, please tell us more.
Okay.
Okay. Their second meeting.
After leaving John's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then, the old guy just left, without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat.
Okay.
Oh, so the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room?
Yeah, I kinda saw all that by accident.
Some accident? I say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heavens.
I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Their second meeting. Alright, here we go. Hold it! I said, hold it!
Okay.
That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details.
Okay.
I should probably ask him only one question at a time. Okay. Ask about this something. Ask about the person inside. Obviously, we know it's Matt. Don't ask anything. So, what is this something? He gave something to this person.
Yeah.
And what was this something?
If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I?
But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers?
I think it was something kind of small. This is an incredibly crucial piece of information. Please try to remember what it was. I'll try. In the meantime, let's talk of another point, namely what the bellboy did next. Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing...
No good stuff. Okay, so... Wait a minute. Hang on. Let's see, what am I supposed to do? Hang on, 1. I pressed statement 2. After talking, press the same statement. Okay, I gotta do it twice. Man, I would not have known that. I said, hold it!
Okay.
That's better, What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate. Is it the same? Oh, okay. I should probably ask. Because, yeah, wait a minute. It's okay. Oh, we gotta ask about the person inside, too. I didn't see that. Okay, person inside. So who took this something the bellboy handed off?
Actually, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
Only an arm?
Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face.
Yeah. I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind.
Okay, so we were supposed to do both. Okay, sorry about that.
When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside.
Glad you're using the guide for this.
As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yes, it was just like that.
Mr. Edward, is all this really that important?
Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client.
Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off.
Well, let's see. I think it was... no.
If you remember, please add it to your testimony.
Yes, sir. If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue.
Okay, a wooden statue. Do we have a wooden statue? A wooden-shaped bear figurine. Yep, here it is. I was wondering, that's the only thing that looked like a statue.
what was the point of that pre-not pause?
Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up!
It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this.
Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix. Deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw. Was it this item?
Oh, hey! That's it! That's the something! Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out! I recall we found this at Matt Ungart's mansion.
At the defendant's house?
Oh my god, they found that tiny teddy bear at the defendant's house. I had no idea.
What does this mean?
It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the killer assassinated Jean Cordia in his room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime.
Then the bear being found at Mr. Ungart's mansion would mean...
It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Ungard is the killer's client.
Oh my god, Matt Ungard hired the killer. I had no idea.
Order! 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 I said order! Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you.
Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I almost forgot that he knew about it too.
I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial.
I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that.
Okay, save, just in case.
All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable points would you like to explore further?
Let's see. Person who received the power assessment. Not sure, let me see. That's what I was thinking, actually. Okay, I looked at the guide. The person who received the bear, that's what I was thinking. There was one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear. And that is the identity of the person who received the bear.
He gave something to the person inside the room. Oh, I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of...
Oh!
Huh? Huh?
Huh?
What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered. I remember who took the bear.
Let me guess, Matt.
What? Really?
I mean, I only saw his arm, but the arm. It was the Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear.
You gotta be kidding!
Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai.
Oh my god, it was the Nickel Samurai. I had no idea.
Order! Order! It looks like you dug your own grave. Yet again?
How many times is that today? I've lost count.
So the person who took in this bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt Ungard is the Nickel Samurai.
Oh my god, that's true, undoubtable.
Thanks to the bench, we made that all the clearer.
What am I supposed to do now, Mia? Help! Alright, hang on, I got the SD card cooldown. Be right back. Oh, that's alright. Alright, here we go. And again, sorry for using a guide again. It's just, you know, honestly, the way I want to play Phoenix Wright for this playthrough is I just want to get through the story. And again, I'm having fun. Like, sometimes I'm putting it together, like, oh, this is what happened. And, like, also just, you know, it's just fun to, like, see where the story's gonna go from here. So, anyway. You don't have time to act lost. You've got to find another angle to attack this from. Hurry.
Now, I will bring this cross-examination to...
Hold it!
Your Honor! Again, Mr. Wright? We've already removed any and all questionable areas of this testimony.
It's about time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright.
I have to find something. Even one more little point will do.
There are still questions left unanswered. What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that. Okay, I'll just believe you, Mr. Wright. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable points would you like to explore further?
I guess the bear itself. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable.
The bear, Mr. Wright?
This was found at Mr. Ungard's mansion. However, Mr. Ungard was arrested at the hotel that night. Which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home.
Oh!
I think Your Honor has already figured out what I am trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Ungard who took this bear to his mansion.
Oh my god, he didn't take the bear to the mansion. I had no idea.
Well, why, that's very true. He didn't consider that point. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home.
Whew. Disaster averted, it looks.
Objection! You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
I remember it clear as day.
Uh-oh.
I remember what you muttered to yourself at Engard's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape.
I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer.
The killer and Engard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Engard's mansion as its butler.
What a bold move!
The bear figurine was brought back to Mr. Engard's mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Engard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation.
Oh shit.
Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now.
It's too much. Is there anything I can attack at all?
I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion. As well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in this room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Engard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict.
Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you?
I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth.
Any last objections, Mr. Wright?
Well, do I? What should I do? Raise the objection. Obviously, we can't. Because if we don't, we're doomed.
I will now announce my objection.
There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number 1, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number 2, that very same figurine was found at Ingard's mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person.
What are you saying?
Oh, I see what Wright's going at. He's gonna try to pin it on Miss Andrews just to buy more time. What I am saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client.
Oh my god, really? I didn't even think of that. The real client?
Uh-huh. Yes. Is this all you have?
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client, and therefore the real murderer? Adrian Andrews!
And again, we're only doing this. We know she's innocent, but we're only doing this to buy time. Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt and Guard for the crime. By wearing a spare nickel samurai costume.
Oh! Then the nickel samurai's arm that I saw.
That could have very well been Miss Andrews.
Oh my god, it could have been Miss Andrews, I had no idea. But what about Mr. Guard?
If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period.
That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. Guard's mansion?
It was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews.
Mr. Edward, what is your opinion on this?
I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either.
Oh my god. What is with this trial?
Come on, anyone can tell Engard did it.
I can't believe the defense would get surprised to pin the kill on someone else.
Yeah, and an evil. It's not something petty. It's murder after all. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on.
Order! 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 All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom.
Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game.
His what-if game, Mr. Edward?
The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory.
Huh?
Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear?
He's right. The killer did specifically bring that bear to Mr. Engard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it?
Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews.
And who would that be?
Miss Andrews.
It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself.
Oh my god, he's calling Miss Andrews to the stand! Oh, Jesus! I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. March 23rd. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the kill onto Adrian. I swear this demon will pay.
Mr. Nick,
Pearls, where's Mia?
I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away.
Maya. A really strong power? Oh no no, super cell phone.
Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is...
It's from Gumshoe.
How is it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal?
Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto.
Phew, that's good, pal.
And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are?
We still don't have any leads, but
What? We don't have any more time!
if we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful.
I was only able to come to this bar because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent. Who said that? Huh? A tent? Who's saying this? Oh, it's Mia. A tent. I could see a circus tent. Yep. Okay, so yep, as I thought. She went to Maya to see where she's at. But Mia! It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away? She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now?
There's only one, pal. The very big circus.
Of course. Maya is somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent.
What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map about a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry!
And I could see a mailbox under the window, just outside. Gumshoe, there is also a mailbox.
Okay, what else?
What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building, and maybe the 3rd floor, so...
I heard her, an old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck.
Good luck.
I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal?
Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescue. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Okay.
Court will now reconvene.
The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecutor called the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder.
I understand.
Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews?
Of course I have.
You have seen it before?
That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets?
All right. Why? Why did she... Okay. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it.
The jewelry box? What?
So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it?
Yes, looks can be deceiving. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, this superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
It looks like there really was something to that bear after all.
Okay.
Let's press all of those statements then. Hold it! A puzzle? That's right.
But it looks like an ordinary figurine.
True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So, what kind of puzzle is this exactly? So, you can take it apart? And how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right, and then push it in.
Oh, yes, I see.
After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed.
Oh, this is most interesting.
I like him switching back and forth because he's like moving it. A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. I like that. He's just shaking it.
Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on.
He's playing with it.
Sir, can you please stop playing? Your Honor, please stop playing with the evidence.
Oh, sorry.
I think he's lost it.
So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart?
Hold it! And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it.
Huh?
It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
Then this was a present from you?
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for John. So, it was a present from Miss Andrews.
Witness, let's continue with your testimony.
Howdy! So, who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, John and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland. So I doubt there are that many people with this same bear in this country.
But this looks like it can be easily broken. Especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside.
Well, it's a toy. But it can never be the same again once it's been broken.
Okay. Can't tell it's a jewelry box.
Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box? I never told anyone. And as long as John never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. The two of you, huh? Then, of course that means Mr. Engard didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm going to get for now.
Figure updated, a wooden puzzle box with a hollow inside. Only Cordia and Andrews know how to open it. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize...
Huh?
That there is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box?
What's inside? I never even thought of that, Jesus!
That's right. That's what we are going to find out next, witness. That's what we're going to find out next. Witness.
Yes?
You are the only one who can open this. Please.
Yep. Is it going to be the suicide note? There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. I've opened it. If you couldn't know by that click. Is this what you wanted?
What is that? It looks like a... No?
Yep.
I don't think we need to guess at what that is. Do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note.
Yep. The suicide note?
The suicide note left by John Cordia's former manager, Celeste Impax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, John Cordia himself. It seems Celeste Impax had very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide.
Oh my god, the note she left before she committed suicide? I had no idea! Oh, order! Witness, did you know about this?
Yes, I did. I heard all about it from John. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
Because it had already been taken by the killer.
Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right. At least, that's what I would think.
Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known.
I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it. And I was going to burn it for her sake.
I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud.
Very well.
The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impax left to us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by Engard. About being engaged to Cordia and Engard's role in destroying that. And about how she decided, in her despair, to end it all. Damn.
And that's all Miss Impax had to say. Oh my god, Jesus!
There's one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Engard.
Then, what?
Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness?
Yes. On the night of the murder, John was going to make the contents of the note public. Yep. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference.
My word!
Matt Engard values above all else his refreshing like a spring breeze image.
I love almost every person says it exactly like that. Refreshing like a spring breeze.
Which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost.
So this is suicide note added to the court record. Found inside the figurine. It tells of Engard's horrible misdeeds.
Oh my god! This is all intense. It's Engard's fault that woman killed herself!
And this time he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that.
How terrible! What a selfish person!
I guess there are snowball lawyers out there who will defend these people dead.
There is no room for doubt here. Mr. DeKiller's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note. People, please quiet down as I am making a statement, please. And the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house.
It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy anymore. From anyone.
How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those. The gavel is already in the judge's hand. Phoenix, hurry. The suicide note or the figurine? Which one of these should I pursue? I'd say probably the suicide note. Oh, so does it not matter, I guess? Hang on. Okay, so I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'd choose the suicide note. Objection! Objection! Please wait, Your Honor. Oh my God! Jesus, he loves doing a lot of weight. Oh man, look at that lawyer! He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. I think Your Honor believes that Matt Engar killed in order to obtain this note. Yes, that is correct. But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Cordia until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that Matt Engar could not have known what was written on this note. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Uh-huh. Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said. Oh my God, he's got a point. Order! 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 You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edward, what is your opinion? It's just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. So yeah, I was about to say, it probably doesn't matter because he'll bring up the camera saying he would have known about the bear and he would have known about the note. Spying?
What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession.
Matt Engar and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. And the victim, John Cordia, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt Engar. Oh my God! What a creep that Matt guy is! Order! Order! Mr. Wright! Yes, Your Honor? You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activity!
Well, sort of.
Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, was I had the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye? Huh? But this camera that I have is not the same one. That same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hinge. Using this. Gumshoe's bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. Alright, gotta let the SD card cool down. Be right back. Alright, we're back and we're almost done. Okay, here we go. Matt Engar's fingerprints were on there? Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Engar learned of the suicide note through this.
He was watching the victim all along.
He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that.
Hey, now what's that lawyer thinking?
Mommy, is that man the bad killer guy?
Shut, stop, don't look at him.
The way he's sweating, it's just so ew and nasty.
Phoenix. Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet? Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet? What I'm going to do next?
Was running away like a frightened child work?
I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing.
Well, what is it, Mia?
There is a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate? I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance.
Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden?
Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you?
What is this piece of evidence that Mia is talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at? Or should I let it go? Obviously, present evidence. If we don't, I have an objection, Your Honor.
That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright.
Objection! Your Honor! The defense has no intention of letting this go so easily! I like that.
Oh, that was the weakest.
Objection! How was that for weak?
You are beginning to sound desperate.
That's just your imagination, Honor. That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all.
Huh?
In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. Hey, isn't that what I just said?
So you're telling me that I forgot something?
You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. Save. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. Let's see, I think the guide said the suicide note. I could be wrong. I don't want to get this wrong. Let's see. Yep, it's a suicide note.
That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right?
Who knows?
Huh?
I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear. But this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on this suicide note has yet to be analyzed.
Oh!
So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impacts or not, I will say she didn't sign her name on it. I thought he said she signed her name on it. I guess, even though if it has a name, they're saying, is it really her handwriting? I guess that's the idea. That has yet to be even remotely confirmed.
Oh my god, he's got a point! Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting...
Mr. Wright, are you saying this suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Engel. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you?
Objection! Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. Objection!
But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it.
What?
recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself.
Ah!
Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt and guard.
I did no such thing.
Objection! Right, if you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory.
Objection! Mr. Edward, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. Ugh. That's enough. Mr. Edward, can you confirm the handwriting on this suicide note?
It is as the defense stated. The handwriting has yet to be analyzed. Shit, I can't even speak clearly. God damn it.
If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible.
That's impossible!
This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis might, but that's just a lawyer trying to buy more time. And God is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that. I think we've reached the end of the line.
Guilty, 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 guilty.
Oh.
What is that sound?
It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe.
What's with that sigh?
Where's Maya? What happened to the killer?
He got away.
What?
I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides, I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do.
Anyway, what's going on?
We found each other, pal. But the two of them were already gone.
This is terrible.
I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time.
But
Don't tell me we don't. We don't have any more.
guilty, 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 guilty,
Do you hear that? They're calling for his head.
Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and...
Oh! What is it?
Let me talk to Mr. Edgewood.
I can't do that.
Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
I am about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone call after.
Hold on, Your Honor. Edward, catch! Take that! Whoa! The little graphic.
Mr. Edgewood? Please, you've got to buy us some more time.
Court is in session.
Huh?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying...
Mr. Wright, this is a court of law.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but...
I am reluctant to do this. However, it appears I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow.
This time, I really can't do anything!
Court is now adjourned for the day.
Oh, this sucks. We wanted a verdict today. Objection! Please wait, Your Honor.
Edward?
What is it, Mr. Edgewood?
I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time.
For what purpose?
We can perform the necessary test on this piece of evidence in that time.
But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes?
I believe we can, Your Honor.
But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow?
30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honor.
Very well.
Huh?
At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess.
Nice work, Edgeworth.
But be advised that I will not allow another recess today.
I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us.
The court will now take its final recess of the day.
Here we go.
Right. Well, what's going on with my situation?
The killer. It looks like he got away again. 30 minutes. We can't find her in that time. Oh, phone.
Report!
Is that Mr. Edgeworth?
We don't have time. Just spit it out.
Right. It looks like we just missed him, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident and he tried to get away.
A few things. Can we use any of them as evidence?
Ho ho ho! I thought you would ask, pal.
Huh?
I've got the things she left with me right now, and I'm on my way over.
Really?
That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first.
We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran.
What?
Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the door on hold for now.
Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this.
With my hunk of junk car, I say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me.
All right. Just get here in one piece.
I'm on a mission, and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all this stuff and running every red light.
Items left by the murderer. Huh. Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. Oh no! What the hell happened?
Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me.
Oh shit. He got into a car crash.
No one can stop me.
Fuck. What happened?
It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well.
What was he thinking? We gotta hurry and call for help.
But we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken, and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get those items before they do, the police will take possession of them.
No, we can't let that happen.
Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance.
Why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? There is a way. That's right! There is a way!
What? How?
I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. Oh yeah, I was just thinking. Yeah, Von Karma, because she has a transmitter on him.
Why are you bringing up Francesca at a time like this? Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but this is all we have.
Francesca, will she even want to help us? Edgeworth,
What is it?
I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death.
Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided.
The verdict?
Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here?
Yes, bailiff.
There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was, extremely urgent.
They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do.
Okay, bye.
Oh boy. So yep, here we go, the final day. Definitely will want to use the guide once we get to the section. Because again, there is a certain section where we need to do the good and bad ending. Which again, I'm going to do the bad ending first, then the good ending. But let's get to the first statement and then we'll call it a part.
Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth?
That is, it's nothing, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note.
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery.
Ah.
What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This note was not written by Miss Impax herself. It is a fake.
Oh my god, it's really a fake. I had no idea. Order! Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impax, then who wrote it?
We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. John Cordia.
Mr. Cordia? Well, well. It looks like Miss Impact never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about Engard.
However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. Engard could not have known that, and so that fact remains unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it.
That does sound very plausible.
This theory that Engard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seemed a little wrong with it. Geez, really? I'm trying to end the part here. I mean, what else to say? I mean, I saved right there. We could just do it there. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright. So, we'll just call it a part here. Usually I like to get to a statement, but I mean, hey, we're already on the next episode, and this is fine. And we'll just present... I'm assuming we're probably going to have to present evidence, but we'll see next time. So again, hope you all enjoyed. This has been CB Ultra 768, and we will be back with the finale to Phoenix Wright Justice for All. And I'll finally get to see what these endings are going to look like. Because again, I have no idea what the bad or good ending is going to be. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. So, stay tuned for that. Bye.